What's going on, guys? Roger here, QVO Tactical. Today we are checking out the new Griffin Armament MK2 9mm PCC. Let's get into it. As always, I like to give you guys full transparency on how we go about getting products here on the channel for review. I've been working with the team over at Griffin Armament for a number of years now. They told me about a year ago they were thinking about bringing a Colt straight mag 9mm PCC platform to the market, and they recently have. So they sent this out to us free of charge, so keep that in mind, guys. This was sent to us for this video and for future content. It is ours to keep. I always want to let you guys know how we go about getting products before we get into the review, so keep that in mind. But now let's get into first rounds. All right, guys, first rounds with the Griffin Armament MK2 9mm PCC with the Colt straight mags, guys. I believe it's a 5.5-inch barrel. We'll make sure in the breakdown we get you the full specs, but I believe it's a 5.5-inch barrel. It is a 7.5-inch their rail, and then I did throw in my Griffin 9mm can that sits nice and recessed under the handguard. But first rounds, let's see how it does. Here we go. Thing keeps going. Full lock back. Shoots nice, I will say. Recoil is a little violent, direct blowback. But I like straight mags. I like the whole look. The optic was on a different gun, so it's shooting super low. So we'll definitely change that up. I think it comes with an SBA 3. I threw on the SBA 5. I just like it better, the new one that came out. And we'll go over all how we have it set up at the end. But let's go take a look at the hits. Like I said, shooting super low. I'm aiming high. After we do the first rounds, we'll get a 0 to 25. I shoot this without zeroing it, guys. That way you can see our actual, our first initial reaction to shooting the gun for the first time. That's why a lot of people ask, hey, how come you don't zero before you do this? Well, I can't zero the gun before I shoot my first rounds because then they wouldn't be the first rounds. But I'm going to have Marco shoot. So Marco, when you're shooting, just know I was aiming here, I'm hitting here. So you probably want to aim here if you're going to hit here. But yeah, good cycling. And I like how it's equipped. I tried to put a hand stop on the handguard, but it was touching the suppressor, so that's something that I will talk about too. But yeah, trigger feels good. It's their trigger. It's a very, very like short 2-stage. But yeah, I mean, other than it's just got a little more, recoil being 9mm PCC than you would expect. But let's have Marco shoot his and see what he thinks.
It's a nice little feature. Let's see how she goes. Oh yeah, shoots like a blowback. Yeah, pretty violent. Like a standard blowback gun, though, not tuned. Yeah.
So what did you do to tune that?
Definitely mess with the buffer system. It is suppressed, so it will overdrive the system already. I'd probably definitely mess with the buffer weights and the spring weights.
Heavier and heavier?
Yeah, I'd probably measure out the bolt weight too, but heavier. It's violent. But it comes back, it's just violent, like it's got a punch to it.
We were just shooting, having fun with the roller delayed setup, so it's like going from that to this. You're like, oh, hey, you definitely notice it more.
That's why the roller delay is more popular these days.
I'm assuming you held higher for your hits?
Yeah, I held higher.
Cool. All right, well, let's get this thing zeroed. I'm going to do 0 at 25. That's where I would typically zero a 9mm rifle or PCC. But yeah, let's see how she groups. Back here at 25, guys. Unfortunately, my Leupold LCO took a crap on me. The windage, the elevation is as high as it's going to go. So switched out to my Primary Arms GLX Prism. It was on a different 9mm PCC, so luckily we had it out here. And got a decent grouping, but let's see how it groups with some SuperVel solid copper hollow points now. Phone is recording downrange, so you guys can see it as it happens. Here we go. Ready, Marco? All right, let's go take a look. Down here the target, guys, and we're shooting some SuperVel. It's the Hush Puppy version of their carry ammo. So solid copper hollow point, but Hush Puppy. Wanted to run this stuff since we're shooting suppressed today. But man, looking back at the footage, it looks like it went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 in the same hole. That's awesome. That's what we want to see. That's what you can expect when you're running, the defensive solid copper hollow point stuff from SuperVel. Grouping for this furthest is going to be, looks like center to center is 1 1/8. So awesome grouping to see, very close to 1 inch. So guys, got Marco out here now. We looked it up. It's not 5.5 inches, it's actually 4.5 inch barrel. So if you run a suppressor with it, you're going to get this really cool recessed suppressor, integrity suppressed look. I definitely like that. I'm also happy to know that, 4.5 inch barrel, we got that tight of a group though. That was pretty sweet. Now, Marco, 4.5 inch barrel. I know you'd never run this for like a PCC match, but I am curious to see what kind of doubles you can get.
Gotcha.
So it's the Griffin 2-stage trigger. Let's see how he does. Here we go. Stand by. Best split looks like a 0.13. Yep, you got 2 13s in there. I know this isn't a tight group to you compared to your other guns, but that's freaking...
Very controllable, very capable. It's just a little violent, as a blowback usually is, so, but very capable for most people. No hit on the gun there.
The gun would probably be exceptionally better if we could tune that violent recoil down,
We're
huh?
gonna try different ammo. 115 is kind of on the hotter end for the PCCs.
And we were talking about, understand guys, when we're talking about violent recoil, we're talking just in comparison to like,
like a
other
223.
softer shooting stuff. Yeah, so you were saying this compared to like a 300 blackout.
Yeah, they're pretty close. Like this 300 blackout AK, they're pretty violent as far as like dot control when they're no muzzle device added.
All right, well for shits and giggles, I'm going to see if I can get close to your 0.13 with this Griffin 2-stage adjustable. All right, let's give it a roll. 0.13 is the time to beat. It's crazy, I can like see the bullet trail as it's going, even this short distance.
Yeah, with the sun on their back like that.
My best split's a 1.7. I got 2 1.7s, so nice tight group though. So yeah, I definitely see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, I know people are gonna be like in the comments, like, what do you mean it's a violent recoil? It's 9mm. It's like compared to like, yeah, like this shooting against like the 223 gun we were shooting earlier, like.
Especially when it's gassed correctly.
Yeah.
It's gonna stay on target. Now,
So,
a lot of people don't realize 9mm guns are actually harder to shoot. It's the noise that usually makes it. People think it's like less recoil, but it's actually harder to shoot 9mm. So if you shoot 9mm good, you shoot 223 even better.
gotcha.
Because the cycle rate's gonna be faster.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what we can do with tuning this thing up, because I definitely like ergonomics, like the ambi feature. The entire gun's ambi, guys. It's full lockback, full drop of the bolt, everything, so you can run it lefty or righty. I like the flared mag well. I love Colt straight mags. These are our mags that we actually laser engrave in-house, guys. We use a MOPA laser, so we can actually burn different colors out of these stainless steel Colt Duramags. So if you're into that kind of thing, you can get them from us. But yeah, I mean, I remember when Griffin told me about this like a year ago. I was like, heck yeah, dude, Colt straight mag, I'm all about it. But all right, let's have some more fun. I want to see if I can do a build drill, guys, and see if I can get like under a second and a half. Load ready. So there's a couple of comments in the previous video. Guys, I was always taught low ready, and what makes sense to me, I'm low on my target and ready to fire. So pretty much I point at the groin, I'm looking over the optic, fingers off the trigger, and the safety is on. Everybody that says, hey, this is low ready, to me, this was indoor ready, this was outdoor ready. That's how I was taught. That's what makes sense to me. If low ready is different for you, hey, kudos to you. But anybody in the comment section, that's how we're running it. So I just want to see if I can get 6 rounds under a second and a half here. Here we go. A little bit of trigger freeze. A 1.76. We're close. Best foot was a 14. I'm gonna go one more time. Stand by. I ran out. What was the 5? Let's see. That was 5 and a 105 with a 13 split, so that definitely would have been it. But I got another mag right here. A little tack mag action. And then look what I was saying about the ambi feature. Boom. Loaded. Very cool. All right, last one. Here we go. Stand by. That was a 1.37. Did I only fire 5 shots? I guess we got to go again. It says I only got 5. That would have probably not been under 1.5. Here we go. I keep getting trigger freeze on that prep. 158 with a 12 split. All right, I'll go one more time. There it is. Boom. That is a 106. And best split, 13s. So, guys, I'm a fan of two-stage triggers, and this one is definitely a sweet one out of the box. Happy that they have it included with it. I don't know how the whole adjustability works, but the setting it's at right now, I'm digging. Like, for me to be able to get close to 1 second on 6 rounds, I'll take that all day long. All right, guys, I want to try some reloads out with the funnel opening for the magwell and the ambi controls. Typically makes reloads pretty dang smooth. Let's see how we do. Woo! 228, got a 167 reload. That is pretty dang sweet. I'm gonna clear this out real quick and show you guys here what I'm talking about with these controls. Actually, I don't have to do that. I can do it like that. There we go. So, gun is clear. I'm able to hit the mag release here, grab the magazine, insert it, and I can stage my finger here to drop that bolt once the mag is inserted. You get it down, you time it out, and you get super smooth, quick reloads. Definitely dig that.
Hey guys, Marco here with the Griffin Armament MK2 9mm PCC. It will actually come with their 2-stage adjustable trigger here. So let's get the trigger breakdown. So nice take. Prep is right there. It's pretty quick for a 2-stage. It's kind of nice. Brakes right there. Reset quick. You can get pretty fast on the 2-stage of this type. Very consistent splits. You can even go more than 2 if you want to. But pretty nice there. Good job on them.
Let's jump into final thoughts, guys. Only thing I think I changed on this was the brace. It had an SBA 3. I put an SBA 5. I like the new A5s. I think they look a lot better. I did switch to the GLX Prism from Primary Arms. My Leupold kind of bottomed out on the elevation, wouldn't go any further up, and it was shooting super low. But we got it super dialed in. That group was awesome with that the Hush Puppy, solid copper hollow point, the 115 Hush Puppy,
pretty much
the subsonic 115. So that was really, really cool to see. Using the Griffin Resistance 9 can, goes in there with tri-lug, clicks right in as you guys were seeing in the intro. But things that I am impressed with, the trigger for it coming with the gun, I think it's pretty awesome. That is a very, nice adjustable 2-stage trigger. I'll look into how it is adjustable, but honestly, I would just leave it where it was set.
Yeah, it's fine.
Where it is. Ambi controls, I love fully ambi platforms. The reloads are just super smooth. Like, to me, it makes reloads really fun.
Yep. When
you have that button right there just to hit. And it makes it super smooth, and once you get it down, I mean, it's good to go. I am a big fan of Colt straight mags, guys. So one of my favorite PCCs is my Noveski Space Invaders. I have the full size, or the 8.5 and the 5.5 inch shorty, the little baby one. But love Colt straight mags. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it's one of my favorite things. I think eventually one day I will get like a Colt, frickin' their actual Colt.
The full, yeah.
Yeah, their what is it? Their Commando.
Yeah, the 9mm.
Yeah, 9mm Commando.
Yep.
I'll probably get. That's probably what you're gonna see on the channel next. But yeah, all of that. Price point on these is $14.99, so $1,500. I think it's priced competitively with other PCCs on the market. I do wish though at that price point it would come with some type of this is your realm, so what do they make that's like for tunable?
Really, the downside is every gun's different because the bolt weight makes a difference with the blowback guns. So we usually measure the bolt weight and then kind of match that to your ammo and then match the spring and the buffer weight. So it's kind of a mixed bag.
It'd be hard for them to do that considering not everybody's going to shoot the same ammo, not everybody's going to shoot suppressed. Although they do recommend, guys, with this short length that you shoot suppressed, and I do too, because you don't want your hand forward of that blast.
Yeah, this one's very purpose built, I'd say. I'd probably run subs all day in this 147 grain.
So 147 subs, and then you said probably a heavier buffer?
It might be fine with the 147s already.
Okay.
So we'd really have to shoot it, or I'd have to gut it and see what's going on there.
We shot a little bit of 147, guys. I noticed minimal difference, but not huge. So I am curious. You guys out there that are more in the know as well, let us know what you would do just to kind of bring the direct blowback recoil down a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It's not like unbearable, guys. It's not at all. It's like you said earlier. It's like shooting 300 blackout.
I'm just spoiled, put it that way. So especially with the guns I shoot, but.
Yeah, he shoots, Grandmaster level 9mm PCC rifles.
Tuned to the dot, like they won't even move when you pull the trigger.
So understand that that's where his reference is coming from, his frame of reference. But I like it. I think they did a good job. Compared to other PCCs that have recently been coming out, I think that you guys are going to like this one.
Yeah.
I like that it's offered in pistol form. One of the things. I originally had an Aerostock finger stop, but the M-Lock ended up making contact with the suppressor in there. So not sure if maybe Griffin has a different rail they can come out with that's maybe a little wider, but looking at the overall diameter, I might have to, or if they have a suppressor that's a little thinner, but it was touching to the point where when I tried to tri-lug like QD the suppressor out, it wasn't coming out.
Oh, yeah.
So it put enough pressure, which if I would have shot, probably would have given me a baffle strike.
Yeah.
So something to note, if you guys have that, the M-lock positions, be careful. Check that to see if your suppressor is still going to be able to freely come out or not. Always, everybody, it comes with the Griffin sights. Everybody loves these irons. I think they're some of the most minimal, nice ones that are out there. But yeah, you let me know what you guys think. You know, is this something you'd be interested in? Are you guys Colt straight mag fans like I am? He laughs at me because he...
It's old school nowadays. Not the easiest to load either. Although it has a flared mag, which is nice.
Yo, that was one of my quickest reloads ever, so I'm happy about that.
Straight mags are always going to be harder to load for PCCs. It's kind of awkward.
But any questions you guys have, leave them down below in the comment section. Me and Marco go through the comments, try to answer whatever you guys can. All the constructive questions anyways. Yeah. So appreciate you guys watching. Griffin, thank you for sending this out. I'm very happy when you guys pulled this last year that people liked it enough for it to come to fruition. So yeah, I dig it. I'm pumped on it.
Yeah.
So
price point's good.
But yeah, appreciate you guys watching. SuperVel, thanks for the support as always. And thanks for watching, guys. Again, I'll see you in the next one.